It is the WAVE 97.9 WHAV, and in the studio with me is Ben Delaware, the Director of Recreation for the City of Haverhill. And Ben, good morning to you. Thanks for joining me again today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Last time why were you here the last time?
Earth Day cleanup.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
It was great. Yeah, we, even with a little bit of thunderstorms and we had to move it a week because of weather, we still had well over 300 volunteers, which is great. Which is not as many as we had last year, but with the moving the week over and the weather, it's pretty successful, if you ask me. So,
well, that's great. And so everything got picked up, and then moving on and on from there. And as far as when you were here the last time, you said, "Oh, I got to come back because I have a couple of things to talk about." And I can't believe it, but 4th of July is almost here.
Oh, yeah. Well, 4th of July, and I already have things that I got to post up on the website for the fall already. School's not even out yet from the summer. So, always busy stuff over in the rec department. But, Independence Day fireworks, our annual little get-together and show will be on July 1st this year down at Riverside Park. So there'll be a nice fireworks show that'll go on about 9:15, but you can show up in the afternoon. There'll be DJ, there'll be live bands, there'll be tons of food trucks, and then, it's always a great family atmosphere. We have the sprinkler up there for the kids to talk, and it's always a great event. So
that's going to be July 1st.
That's July 1st, yes.
Is that a Monday?
It's a Tuesday, I believe.
A Tuesday.
Yes.
Let's check the official WHAV calendar on the wall. It is a Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. So that's the fireworks.
Yep.
And I know that the police department will be doing that, but they block off the streets and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Parking's always tough, but it's a nice area. It's a nice shot. The reason we use Riverside Park is because you can see the fireworks from farther away. So it's a great location for it. So there are tons of people that don't have to venture into Riverside Park when they live, within a mile or two from there, so they can just see it from their homes. Especially if you're up on Golden Hill, that's a great spot to see them.
Oh yeah. How about that? Okay. Well, that's very smart.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I can see it. Maybe it would be, but it's not public property. But I could see it. You could do it from the top of the Heights building.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah, you can see it all over the place. They, 8 years ago, you could even see them from Bradford Ski. They would used to do something over there. You can see some stuff. See the fires from across the river.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. I know it takes a lot of work to get all the regulatory stuff done and all that stuff, but everything's on track.
Oh yeah, everything's on track.
Okay. And some of the other things that you do with the Department of Recreation is you're involved with Plug Pond.
Yep, Plug Pond. We will open on Monday, June 16th. We are in the process of getting our staff trained and the area cleaned up and all set up to go. We'll do our staff orientation this weekend. We will have lifeguards this year. We have about 6 on staff right now and a couple other alternates that are in different positions but can fill in if need be. Still look to hire a couple more. If anybody's out there looking for a summer job and as a certified lifeguard, we'll happily put an application into the human resources over at City Hall, and we'll bring you in. So, but we're good to go to get started, and we'll have those lifeguards out there. We'll have security guards as well. We'll have our regular park ambassadors there, making sure everything's clean and taking passes. You can pre-purchase your passes right online at haverhillrec.com. Season pass has been up there for a couple weeks. Day passes, and they're slowly going up as I can get them up there. But a couple things that we changed with the day passes this year. In the past, you can purchase day passes the same day. During the week, this is what we're allowing for that. You can do it up till 5:30 p.m. because we close at 7. So otherwise, it's not worth the money to spend for an hour. But you can do that, and but weekends and holidays, we're asking people to register days prior, so we have an idea of head counts before the day starts. So you will have to register before 5:30 the day before for Juneteenth, 4th of July, and then any weekend days. And as part of that, if you're also planning on walking and not driving and parking, those are of course still free. But we ask that you pre-register for that as well for holidays and weekends.
So I've never bought a pass, but so the passes are really for the parking?
It's parking for the beach, really.
Okay.
Yep. So if you're coming to use the trails and everything like that, you don't need a pass. There's no fee for that. Or if you're coming to fish on this, and there's designated parking for both of those areas, you can pull right in, just explain to the park ambassador or the staff at the boathouse, and they'll direct you where you can park.
Okay. Yeah, those park ambassadors are very important, aren't they?
They are. And they're great. So a few new ones this year, a few returning. So it's a good group. I'm very excited about the staff I have this year. We have definitely a more diverse staff than we've had in many years, both in just in terms of backgrounds and skills. So it's a great group. So we'll have a lot of fun, and they always usually enjoy working there too. So.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you have some lifeguards this year too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good group of guards too. So a couple of them are staff that we've had in the past that have become certified, and a couple of them are new on our staff and new to the area, but the area Plugs Pond, that is. And but yeah, they should be a great job.
Well, we're talking with Ben Delaware. He's the Director of Recreation for the City of Haverhill, and softball, baseball, lacrosse.
So yep. So I'll actually have I have a few spots still remaining in my summer day program, which is like a day camp. That's over at Wood School. We run 7 weeks. We also start that on Monday, June 16th. There's a few slots left in a couple of the weeks. For the most part, we're full though. We have waiting lists, but if you're looking for somewhere to send your kids, we accept kids entering 1st through 8th grade. So if they're going into high school, that they've aged out already, or if they're only going to kindergarten, they're a little too young for our group, but feel free to check out the website. There's still a few spots left for that. Before the end of the week, and like I said, it's fall coming up quick. I already have field hockey posted by the end of the week for the fall. That'll start practices sometime in August, and games after Labor Day. What else? Baseball, softball, those are all private nonprofits, but their registrations have been up. I think they usually start their seasons for the summer in the late June.
Okay.
So that their websites would be the best spot for that. Pickleball lessons, always popular. I just posted a new session that'll start in July. That's all up at haverhillrec.com. We have tennis clinics that are running in July as well for kids.
These are all things you do.
Oh yeah, these are all things I do.
Okay.
Maybe not me personally, but through the rec department, yes.
Have you ever played pickleball?
I've played for about 48 seconds over in the new building at the high school. I get why people like it. It's fun. It's not as strenuous as tennis, and it's a little quicker, and you can pick it up a little faster. Yeah,
the Roland Garros thing, on the clay courts over in France.
Oh yeah.
That championship match went 5 hours.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm all set with that. And then we're trying to bring back this summer that we haven't had in quite a while is the Winnikinny Tennis Tournament. We're trying to get it going for teens and adults. We haven't had it in a number of years, at least a decade. So we're trying to bring that back a little bit. So if you're interested in signing up for that, that's also on haverhillrec.com. That's the spot to get anything you need to purchase through the rec department, including your Plugs Pond passes.
When would you hold the tennis tournament if you're going to be holding it?
That is July 26th, I believe.
Okay. All right. It should be warm by then.
Yeah, I would hope so.
All right. And you mentioned the website. You got your new website up.
Oh, yeah, the city website is new. It's been up there for almost 2 months now. So, been going through and cleaning it up a little bit, reorganizing. And then there'll be a new registration coming, hopefully, sometime this fall. That takes a little more time on my end to get up. So right now it looks pretty bland, but we got a new one that's in process of being built that's much more clean. Oh, okay.
So you have that the city website, then you have your own website.
Yes. Yep. Correct.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, you got a lot going on, and you won't sleep between now and September. Right?
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. And you're a lacrosse coach, aren't you?
Yes. Yep. So we coach lacrosse both in the youth program. I've done so at the high school level as well. So we have a good group of kids that come through the program. I've been involved since I was a kid. I was part of the first group of youth lacrosse players in Haverhill. So it's kind of a nice little legacy to be a part of. And tons of different players and both boys and girls have come through here. Good players, bad players, but the goal of our youth program is always to have fun and make sure that the kids are getting involved. Mass Youth Lacrosse is a wonderful organization statewide that we're a part of. Most of our teams are in what they call the Classic League, and this is actually also mirrored in Bay State Youth Field Hockey too. So they operate very similarly. But Classic League, there's no standings, there's no championships, they don't keep score. So they go out there, they play 8 games against other towns, they play with their friends, everybody gets equal playing time, and it's a really great way to develop a sport. So both lacrosse and field hockey operate that way.
Okay, and those are private or the city ones?
Nope, those are both run by myself, the rec department. So,
okay.
We have tons of volunteer coaches that come and help out, and nothing would work without them. So I'm very thankful for them every time they come in there, and some of them we sort of drag in and get them to sort of guilt them into it. But they all have a great time, and they end up sticking around the entire time their kids are playing. So a great group of volunteer parents that we have. Some are non-parents too, so people just looking to give back. So if anybody ever wants to volunteer for anything, all they have to do is reach out to me, and we can get you set up.
All right, and so the two things I'm thinking that you want to remind folks about: fireworks and Plugs Pond.
Fireworks and Plugs Pond for sure, and then any registration you come across while you're looking for those Plugs Pond passes, those are right on haverhillrec.com as well. All
right. Well, Ben, thank you very much. We'll have to get you back once again.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you very much, Ben Delaware. He is the Director of Haverhill Recreation, our guest this morning here on the WAVE 97.9 WHAV.
Wake up with Wayne Damon weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on 97.9 FM WHAV.
Catch the wave, WHAV.